Who the hell is OG Bon? This is my first episode of Who the Hell Is, where I explain very badly the lore of my silly little goofy gooby scrambly original kid. Who the hell wrote this script? Okay, I get that I was on 2 hours of sleep around this, but Jesus Christ. The lore of my silly little characters, whilst I suffered trying to make that goddamn first pilot episode. Let's start off with how she was created in my mind. She started off as a self-insert. Oh, how unexpected. Truly, could not see that coming. She isn't one anymore since I began to more and more change her until she just wasn't me anymore. I am really saying more a lot. She was basically my first ever character, and therefore she deserves the name OG Bon. She's also the reason I made Creator Bon, because I didn't want people to affiliate her with me anymore, and I don't want to use her when I'm making a skit about myself in real life, because then people are gonna think that's me. No, that's not me, that's OG. Huh. Honestly, I'm surprised that this is the only thing. I'm surprised this is the only thing I have to say about her in this section. I expected a lot more yapping. Alright, this video is... OG is different from the other Bons. Not because of her personality or looks, but due to her main thing. Lore. And I mean by that she has none. Boom! I twist this more than Twisted Wonderland could twist his back. Now what do I mean by that? Since she does clearly have lore, otherwise I wouldn't be making this video. Unlike the others, she wasn't born from a human being. She never really had the luxury of growing up, living a childhood. She just appeared one day in a random world and then proceeded to almost get deleted because of that aspect. She wasn't supposed to exist. So basically when your parents' condom breaks, she somehow had the ability to read and write and talk and think. Her opinions came from watching other universes made by other people, or creatures, or entities. We'll get to that one in a sec if you didn't realize that this is probably super important. This also shaped her personality, since most of the universes she first went to were quite disturbing or chaotic. She mostly took the most interest in universes. Jesus. God, those 2 hours are really showing up. So as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the word universes, she mostly took interest in the ones where there are slashers. That's why she's extremely desensitized to any act of violence and has a wide knowledge of that specific genre. It also made her jealous of the people in the other universes, since they were made with a purpose. Due to her many encounters with occultists, other such people, her powers, and the way she came to exist, she developed a bit of a god complex. An existential crisis. Okay, but let's be honest, who in this day and age doesn't have an existential crisis? I know it. Phone, shut the f***. It sometimes can jump out a bit at random. It mostly shows in that one chart with the District Circus went audio where she has an existential crisis because of this. This only built up to her having a hate-love relationship with other characters who had a childhood and actually grow up, which is basically everyone in the whole entire world. How inconvenient. Just make sure you don't talk about your family or anything of the sort so you don't get the most biggest side-twitching weird eye in the history of side eyes. She's also the creator of the weird void creatures such as WOOO, but I'll explain that in a future video where I'll explain who the hell is WOOO. So, with her weird 10-follow charisma, she decided to make her own world by tricking a deity, a monster, the void itself. Death incarnated. The entity. From Dead by Daylight. I'll be honest, I am a sucker for this game. And I have a huge hate and love relationship. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine, really. I especially really wanted to explore the actual world in it. But since I don't really know the actual canon world, and I don't really want to go too deep into the Wikipedia, no offense. Wikipedia writers are like goats, I swear. I just go off what other people think, like in fanfiction and such. I'm just gonna quickly explain the universes, how, in this world it works. The universes don't exactly have, any difference. They're all the same, actually, but OG kind of fucks it up in some way. So then they aren't the same, which... God, I suck at explaining. How am I still doing this? Think of it like character creation. Yeah. You got 10 universes where Batman is in, which are the presets, aka a character which is already made with its set things to happen. Then, OG goes into one of these universes, and instead of letting Batman's parents die, she shoots the robber's leg and Mr. Wayne beats the ever-living shit out of him, while his son doesn't get traumatized for life. So now that universe has a non-traumatized Bruce Wayne that won't become Batman. Something like when you take that preset and customize it. Or in simple terms, technically Spider-Man does Spider-Verse hijinks, but if OG could change them all without their worlds getting completely destroyed. Yeah. No canon event. She's definitely going to be in my series, aka screw it. Okay, I should probably stop clearing my throat. I'm so sorry. She and the other Bonds are going to be as a sort of C-plot for a series. Yes, you heard me. C-plot. This series has an A, B, and C plot. A is with the roommates, B is the SCP gang, and X. Why is X here? And C is the Bonds. I am not posting that first episode ever. Like, it's going to be stuck in my trash for 5 more years. There's a scene I have planned out for a later episodes. Biggest facepalm I know, where the Bonds somehow get into the universe of Halloween, specifically the day where Michael Myers kills his sister, or is supposed to kill his sister. OG is somehow going to get there in his house, probably broken for PS5, but look, this is the 1900 something. There are no PS5s, OG, and meet little Michael, just standing there with a knife. She walks to him, seeing those same dead eyes as hers. And they just stare at each other. The small child holding a deadly weapon, about to commit a terrible crime against his own sister, his own blood, turning him into a monster and ruining the perfect family dynamic he had going. His existence. Silence. Just the ambience of the outside celebrating the holiday. The doorbell rings. Trick-or-treaters. OG smiles at the little guy mischievously. Hey buddy, I got something better than murder. The children chat away in front of the door, ringing the bell a few more times, before sighing in disappointment. No candy. But the door creaked open. There was someone after all. A huge figure in a white cover and a terrifying mask on top. The children looked in terror before. The kids run away, absolutely petrified at what the hell had just happened. Well, OG just laughs her ass off, with Michael even cracking a smile for once. Maybe she at least postponed the murder for a bit. Maybe at least something will change. Or maybe she stopped him from ever committing such an act ever again. You can interpret it any way you want. I personally thought this would show OG a little more empathy in her, since I feel like I always make her sound like an asshole, which she is. She's a bitch. But let's be honest, really, the most important thing about her is... Let me ask you something. How would you feel if you found out that from the very day that you popped into the world, you weren't supposed to exist? And yet, everyone you met, you know, you love, you hate, you judge, you destroy, you kill, decimate, torture, and any other godforsaken thing has a reason as to why they exist? Wouldn't that drive you mad? To někde asi... Oh gee, good job, well done! Yeah, almost scared me for a sec there. What do you need this for again? And that is none of your business, Fedora. Be nice if she told us what she needs this for. Got me feeling like a single mother. to know why you even exist. You know, I've come to hate. Oh, for God's sake. Queen, get your therapist skilled ass in here. Oh, she's being an edgelord again. I never really got to thank you guys for the, 1,780 subscribers. 1,007. Okay, but pushing the jokes all aside, I am really grateful this happened, and I can't thank everyone enough. I never thought I'd make it this far, having people who genuinely like the stuff I make and support me. I usually have a lot to say, but I genuinely cannot think of anything with only a couple of hours of sleep in me. Yeah, high school is rough, but I'll try, so just give me a sec. Thank you for being a part of this channel for such a long time. Whew. Well, this was Bon. I'm signing out and actually gonna catch some winks now. Good night. Or day. Whatever floats your boat.